Hi, everybody. Again, new webinar of the Pranic Consciousness process. We're having tonight a talk about the power of nature and natural energy vortexes in enhancing our pranic field or energy field and the prana flow. We're having a great talk tonight. Feel free to join the Facebook Live as much as you can, because as you know, at some point it gets interrupted. And feel free to join the whole webinar by following the link above or next to the video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to take a moment to place a question in the poll here on Facebook. The main question of tonight is, what would you like to know about energy vortexes and pranic flow? So place your questions in the comments so that we know what to talk about. I mean, the things you're interested in. Just a second. I see more of you joining in, and I'm happy to see you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the main question would be, do you know what energy vortexes are? Do you know what they are, and do you know how to work with them, or is this something totally new to you? That's the first question. I'm talking about energy vortexes for ages now, and I know some of you have heard of them, some of you are completely new to this topic. So I would really love to know if you're new to this, and how do you perceive this notion of energy vortexes? Oh, super. You're already placing comments here. Thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you, Jean-Marie. Thank you, Gopinath, and everybody else. Daniel from UK. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to be with you again, like every Thursday. For the new ones, I'm going to share that every Thursday at 8 p.m. we have a webinar that is online class, an online course, if you want, where we share information and knowledge and techniques and meditation about how to increase your light body and your pranic flow. This webinar is part of a series called the Pranic Consciousness Process. It's 8 classes, 8 webinars in this series. You are joining now the 7th of them, and the series is ongoing. So as soon as we finish this one, we're continuing with a new one, and I'm doing this since 2013. So it's quite a lot of work on this topic, and it's a class of 8 themes, 8 topics that is given to us by the Ascended Masters, and they are supporting each and every one of our workshops so that we can thrive and have the best sharing with each other. We're going to have a meditation, as always, towards the middle or the end of the webinar. So stay tuned if you want to join that, and make sure that you're not getting interrupted. So let your friends and family know that for 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, we're going to have our moment together, and you're going to have your personal development or spiritual moment, or you're having a class, whatever you want to tell them, just for them to be okay with you hanging out with us without being disturbed. Because during the meditation, it's best that you have a headset on or something to insulate the noise so that you can focus. And with that, I'm welcoming everyone. Also, Tianyin is online. Namaste and welcome. A very beautiful pranic friend. Amazing people joining in. I'm happy to see you all here. It's amazing to be able to join together thanks to technology, and it's an amazing time of the year. We're preparing for Christmas. As you know, for me, it's a very, and for all of us actually, it's a very enhanced time because jolts of energy are coming in, especially golden energy. Well, I'm seeing it much more than gold, you know, coming in and transforming our bodies radically in this time of prayer, I might call it. It's also the Christmas Lent, so everybody's invited to go lighter with their food intake and even drop animal products for a while or drop solid food for a while and see how your energy feels, you know, especially before Christmas. And that's something I want to, you know, share with you. Before Christmas and during Christmas especially is not a time of feeding ourselves with solid food at all. I know everybody makes it about food and sharing gifts of food and having dinners together and lunches and everything else. But we're receiving so much energy food in this time of year, so much energy, so refined, so elevated, so special, that it's best to drop food for a while. At least for a while, drop your food. And I know it's going to sound weird to not eat on Christmas. You know, it's weird for most of you because some of you are really new to this. But I'm telling you, you're missing out on the beautiful waves of energy that are flowing in and that are really transforming every inch of your body, every single cell in your body with this very, very refined and gentle and loving and amazingly transformative energy that is coming in. So maybe on Christmas you have a lot of invitations to dinners and you don't want to separate from your family and so on and so forth. You know best how you're meant to do this, but maybe before Christmas, you know, starting now, you have 3 weeks or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to Christmas. Start going lighter, you know. Those of you who have been in this program since the beginning of it, since 7 weeks ago, you're already in the 7th webinar, so maybe you've gone lighter already. Some of you have dropped animal products, some of you have dropped meat, some of you have dropped cooked food, and I'm happy to know about your progress with this. But it's not even about the food, it's about consciousness. But dropping the food a little bit, at least in this time of year, really helps you enhance the consciousness state that you're in, because you're changing fuel, you know, you're changing fuel from the solid, not so refined fuel that you've used your machinery with, your machinery being your body, you know, you're changing to something much more beneficial and elegant, I might say, and much more adapted for this time of year. Because in this time of year, in this time of Christed energy coming in, and Christed energy, when I say Christed, it's not a religious term. You know, I'm not referring to Christianity. I'm not referring to some religion in particular. The Christed state is the state of divine love, which every single enlightened master has had. You know, starting with Christ, but also Buddha, but also Babaji, but also you know, all the masters that have attained that state of divine communion, and some to the degree where they did not need solid food, are in a Christed state. Can you encompass this? So it's not about a religious event here. It's about an energy event that's coming through. And it happens to be related to Christ, Jesus Christ. It happens to be related to Christianity. But just remember, Christianity did not exist before Jesus. So it's a movement. It's a human. It's a human created a concept. But Jesus Christ was not Christian. He was in the Christed state. He was united with the divine. And let's just go beyond religion. Let's just go beyond concepts. Let's just go beyond our personal faith in Buddhism or whatever religion or belief system you're in. And let's just go directly to that state. and follow that stream of consciousness. Because pranic state, like I always say, is not about food and how little you eat and how much you fast and how long you spend without touching physical food. I want to say this for those who are interested in pranic nourishment. It's about how much you are imbued in the state of compassion and kindness and harmony and benevolence that is called the Christed state, or divine alignment, or me and my Father are one, Father, Mother. That's pranic consciousness. And that's what it's about. And this time of year, especially, also Easter, and you can make it all over the year, but now it's more intense because many people are thinking about it. Now it's more time for getting more of this even into your physical system, into your bodies, also in your energy field, and so on and so forth. So if you let it flow without cluttering it with food or too dense food or too often, without blocking your pipes, the system where energy should flow through, you're getting the most of the benefits of what's available here on Earth now. And Earth is evolving as we speak, and it's evolving with this energy now. And we're gonna just take a moment just now, before anything else, before we go deeper into the topic and talk about energy vortexes. But this is also about, this is a Christed energy vortex that we're tuning in as we speak. We're tuning into the Christed energy vortex, the Christed energy, the Christed power and love and wisdom that is flowing now on Earth. And we're tuning into that just by speaking about it. And that's an energy vortex that we're, it's present here on Earth, and we're enhancing between us by talking about it. And because more and more people are talking about it and thinking about it, because of that, we're having more and more on it present here on Earth, just by our focus, because the Taoists say that where the energy goes, chi will follow. So if our energy and attention focuses on the Christed energy now, guess what? We're getting more on this, jolting through our systems, coming in through the pineal pituitary, thyroid, thymus, pancreas, adrenals, and gonads, all over your system. That's what's happening. As we speak, we're bringing it on just by focusing. So as I said, it's not a religion thing, it's an energy thing, and it's a consciousness thing beyond any belief system or concept. And it's here now. So as I am here with you, I'm inviting you all to tune into this more and feel how it is to feel it, to be in the state, and to stay in the state for as much as possible, all the way through Christmas and holidays in general, and feel how it changes you. Feel how it changes your heart. Feel how it changes your inner state. Feel how it changes your relationships to others and your understanding of what's possible here on Earth. And yeah, the theme of tonight is the power of nature and natural energy vortexes, and how this is enhancing and expanding our energy field on our pranic flow. So this is our theme. And isn't it interesting to be able to just go out in nature and without any specific technique, just to be enhanced and your pranic flow expand? Wouldn't be cool? And is it really possible? What do you think? Have you felt different when stepping out of your offices and going out in nature? Have you felt any change after a busy day when you walked through a park or rested in your garden? Have you felt any expansion in your field while being out in nature? You dropped your shoes and walked with your feet through green grass and soft earth, feeling the elements of nature, fine-tuning your energy bodies and resting and nourishing your physical body. Have you ever felt that? And if you did, are you doing it more often since? or have you forgotten about it and, you know, dropped back into the busy beta state where you're seeking energy with coffee and with energizers and with deep, long sleep that is maybe never fulfilling? Well, we're here to remind you that there's a different possibility, and it's always available for us. Nature is always available for us. What do you think? Is it possible that we take a walk every day for half an hour? And those of you who have kids, yes, you can take your kids out and dance and play with them while you're taking the walk. And those of you who have jobs, you can take, you know, a break, knowing that after that break, you'll be more energized, more nourished, and more powerful at your work, and that your energy fields are made of the elements of nature, and that's the easiest way to fine tune back into balance and harmony and more power. That's the easiest way. That's why Qigong masters and yogic masters and all the masters in the world have lived close to or even out in nature. That's why they did that. And even I moved now, 4 months ago, right after the Pranic Festival in Romania in August, I moved into the mountains, and I really couldn't go back home, actually. I couldn't go back to my city. So after the Pranic Festival, we had the trip of the sun for a few days. We visited the energy vortexes around the mountains here in Romania, and that's what I'm specialized in, working with energy vortexes all over the world and enhancing them and expanding them and moving through them. And they are gateways. And I'm going to share more about gateways and how to move from one place to another through vortexes in nature, and how to connect with various points in the world through an energy vortex without having to physically go there. You can go into a vortex and connect with at least, you know, unlimited places in the world, as long as you keep being conscious about what you're doing, and as long as you can stay awake, you can be in various places at the same time. But that's advanced energy technology. So those of you who can believe that, stay tuned. I'm going to give more. And those of you who can't believe that, you are invited to kindly not judge it, at least, or leave the space if it seems too far-fetched. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about how to energize ourselves by going through to these special places, but also how to enhance them. Because with nature, you know, it's always an exchange. It's not about take, take, take. So humanity has done a big mistake for quite some thousands of years now, and it's time to change. The big mistake was that people thought that planet is at our stake, and it's always available. The resources are always available, and we can treat it as a open bar where we can go and take as much as we need, or even much more than we need, and without giving anything back, and disrupt the rhythms and drop our garbage and do all this crazy stuff, you know, with the chemtrails and everything that people are doing on this planet. People thought it's possible, and it's okay to be this way. And they didn't think, and even now they don't think of the impact that we're having by stepping on this planet, by just being here. What's the impact that you're having on the planet now? That's another question. So people didn't think much, so they dropped their garbage, they invented stuff that are polluting a lot the planet. Even when they wash dishes or clothing, they do a lot of damage to waters and land. And without even noticing, we're disrupting this mother every day. So the energy vortexes that she has, that are chakras like ours, she has chakras as ours. Like Gaia, our planet, has chakras. I hope you know that. And they are similar to the chakras of the energy body. They actually are corresponding to the chakras of the energy body. And I'm going to just place a link into the comments so that you can find on my website the article about the earth chakras and to see how they are connected with the human chakras. And that means that every time an earth gets disrupted, because we are connected with her, we get affected as well. So I have times when I lay in bed and I'm having pains in my body that are not at all, explainable. So nothing happens in my physical body, like I have no illness or anything else. But as I go deeper and look, I see that something is happening on the planet somewhere, and something gets disrupted, or out in cosmos, but we're just referring to the planet now. So gets disrupted or gets affected. And because I'm a part of higher realms councils, and that's going to sound far-fetched, I'm able to see the planet not only from here but also from above. And sometimes I'm shown areas of the planet where things are not so harmonious, and I am shown how to clear that, from the higher perspective that I'm looking from. And that's also possible. To work with the planet that way is possible. And there are a bunch of us working with that. And the general message is, guys, we're getting tired. It's time for all of us to be conscious and to be more aware of how we treat the planet, because otherwise it can't last long. It can't hold on for forever if we disrupt it constantly. So here's the link here in the comments about the planetary chakras. And please be aware as you step on the planet that you're having an impact. That's the first message of tonight, where I'm not going to talk about ecology much, or I'm not going to, make people feel guilty about how they're behaving. That's not my intention. But I'm just making you conscious, because that's the first step in communing with nature. The first step is to be conscious that we're connected with the planet in such a way that every action and step that we take on this planet is directly impacting our energy field and our physical bodies. Are you aware? So please say yes in the comments if you're agreeing to this. I'm going to repeat. Every action that we take on this planet is directly impacting our energy field and our energy bodies. I want to see how many of you watching now are agreeing with that. How many of you are agreeing with that? That every action, just say yes in the comments, every action that we're taking on this planet is directly impacting our energy fields and our energy bodies. Nobody's agreeing with that? Everybody thinks that our actions are independent of the planet and we're having no impact on the planet. Is it really possible that everybody here watching thinks like that? Thank you for agreeing, Gopinath. Everybody else agreeing with this? Every action that we're taking on this planet has a direct impact on our energy field, energy bodies. That's our mantra tonight. That's the first thing to know. Everybody else agreeing? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Every action that we take on this planet has a direct impact on our energy field, energy bodies. Direct impact, like nothing is past or present. Everything is now. Once you drop the garbage, something happens in your body. Some energy in your body is disrupted. Like right then, you might not feel the effect immediately, because some are very conscious and aware of everything that moves in their energy body, and some feel it in meditation or later. But just know that it is so, and you're feeling it sooner or later. You're feeling it sooner or later. And people get trouble in their lives or unhealthy movements in their bodies, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. And they never do a parallel between their actions and the effect that they're experiencing. And I'm just here to share that one of the most powerful things that you're dealing with are the things that you are, you know, sending out. So one of the most powerful things that you're dealing with, some of the most powerful things that you're dealing with are the things that you're sending out. So the things that you're putting on this planet, and even your thoughts and emotions are impacting the planet and the natural fields. Could that be possible? Do you agree? Not only the garbage, not only the detergents, not only the things that you are, you know, washing your dishes or your clothing with, not only the oil that you're dropping in your sink after cooking, not only that. And by the way, the oil that people are dropping in the sink after cooking is affecting gallons and gallons of water. So if you could put it in a bottle and drop it in the garbage, it would be even better for the planet. And it's so simple. It's so simple, and it's a simple movement. But going beyond that, every action that we take means every thought, even thinking is an action, you know, because you can choose not to think, and you can choose to think something else. You can monitor your mind, and we're speaking about it in the mind mastery class, you know, which is the third class of this series. It is a choice to think bad, and you're sending wavelengths that are measurable, that are impacting the field of the planet, and that are coming back to you. So how cool is that? It is cool because, you know, it's not so cool if you're thinking negatively all the time, but it's very cool if you're able to be in a special place out in nature and be hanging out there and tuning into the energy vortex there and focalizing your thought. That's the answer to your question. Somebody has asked, Rosemary has asked something here in the comments. How do I materialize my own potential, and how do I help my physical body transport and ground the energy and the light? I'm going to share more about this. But one of the answers is, when you're out in nature, in a powerful place or everywhere, because all nature is powerful, monitor and focus your thoughts on positive stuff, on your projects that you want to bring out into the world, on the things that you want to heal, but not from a place of feeling unhealed. Focus on the state of how it is to feel healed, how it is to feel whole, how it is to be harmonious. Focus on that when you're in nature, and that's amplified 1000% more than thinking of it in your home or in your office, because nature is an enhancer per se. That's how you materialize your full potential, by focusing your thoughts and directing them in the direction of what you want to make happen, instead of what you disagree with, or what you are hurt by, or what you are not in harmony with. Just focus on harmony, focus on the best result, focus on what is that you are happy about, and focus on gratitude in nature, and you're going to make it happen. And after that, it's not you, actually, universe is making it happen, and you're just aligning to it, to be specific. Every year we're taking people right after the Pranic Festival in Romania, which is August 15 to 19. We're having a 4-day trip in the mountains to the most powerful energy vortexes that are on the planet. And I'm positively sure about it because I've been in most of the most powerful places on the planet, starting with Mexico, with Egypt, with you name it. I've been there. And I know the energies of these places in India and so on. And I know that Romania is a super power place. And by knowing these places and how to work with them, because that's one of my jobs, to enhance the planetary vortexes and also collaborate with them. Somebody is disagreeing with this. Oh, thank you for sharing that energetically, and feel free to consider it a bedtime story. By working with these places, I'm aware of how they impact the planet and how they are impacting us. So we're going with the group to these powerful energy vortexes. The retreat is called the Trip of the Sun. It's basically a tour, and we're working with them. And we're having really powerful results. Like people's lives really change after this event, and things on the planet changed after this event as well. So we've got feedback from other groups that went there after, that did not know that we were there, and they shared on Facebook stuff about how portals have opened and how energy has been flowing and so on and so forth. So the link to the Trip of the Sun, if you want to take a look at it and maybe join it in August, the link is here in the comments. It's a really powerful tour, a really powerful retreat. I've never seen anything like it on the planet. I'm not just saying it because I'm doing it, but it's actually one of my colleagues is doing something similar. Nasim Amin is doing something similar because he's working in the same team energetically. But most of the retreats just have either less portal openings or less energy involved, but this one is quite powerful. And besides that, we're also going in, I'm also going all over the world to join other gatherings, either physically or energetically, to work with energy vortexes. So this has been my work for a long time, and this is being my work, especially now this year. This has been a very powerful year. It's been my work for the past 2 months. It's been really, really intense, like completely crazy intense, like 20 flights in 4 weeks, going to most of the important power places that I know of, connecting them together, bringing the energy back to Romania, going out again and back to Romania and out again, and weaving between them. And you can, if you go on my Facebook page and look at the post that I just posted before this one, you'll see some pictures from these places, and it's not all of them listed there because there's been many more after that post, but you can see, and some of you can also feel the work that has been done, and it's really powerful. And this is how I know what I'm talking about, because I'm being present there all the time. And when I cannot join in physical, I mean with my body, I am joining energetically always. And many groups have seen me energetically in these gatherings. So it is possible for us to meet even without being physically present, all of us. And if you stay tuned, we're having a great time usually. So what are your questions so far about energy vortexes? What are your questions so far about power places and how to work with nature? What are the things that you would like to know or ask or share? Even you can share stuff in the comments. This is an interactive webinar, so it's not about me sharing information. You can share your information as well. Feel free to use your comments area to share with each other, and have your own experience there, and let others know what you know about this, because I know some of you are hikers, some of you are mountain people. You know, some of you are going often in the mountains, and some of you are working with energy vortexes as well, and following various schools of knowledge, or mystical schools that know about this stuff. And this is the power of nature, and the power of energy vortexes, and the power of power places has been known since very, very ancient times. So those of you who believe that there has been ancient civilizations present here on Earth, you might have heard of Lemuria and Atlantis. How many of you know about Lemuria and Atlantean time here on Earth? Like many, many years ago, many thousands of years ago. How many of you know about this? Just say yes in the comments, so I know that I should go there or not, you know, with the conversation, because I'm fine-tuning this webinar according to your knowledge and your desire to know more. This is my vision of sharing information, and this is how I like to share it, so that everybody can you know, relate to what I'm saying. You know. Somebody says, I don't know anything about connecting to these energy points, and so everybody, any information is useful. So Juliana, thank you for sharing this. During the Pranic Festival in Romania, we had some sharing about this, but now it's even more that you're going to find out. Another person is saying, I don't know. So it's perfect that you don't know. It's wonderful that you don't know. That doesn't mean you're really in the right place, because we're going to share more. So first of all, planet has chakras, right? That's the first step to know. That's the first thing to know. I hope you agree that planet is a living body, and it's not just a ball of rock or a ball of dirt. You know, how many of you are agreeing with that? That planet Earth is a living body, a living being. Yeah, you do know that. Thank you for sharing. You do know that planet Earth is a living being. That's the first thing to know. The second thing to know is it has chakras exactly as our physical energy bodies have chakras. So basically, our physical body is held together by an energy matrix that is composed by our chakras, yes? And our chakras are connected to the chakras of the planet. So we're constantly interchanging information with the planet through this energy field, through our chakras and her chakras. So we're constantly at one with Earth and with Gaia. We're constantly sharing information, knowledge, and energy. And not only with this planet, the Taoist system and the yogic system and ancient traditions knew that we're constantly interchanging information with other planets as well. And in the Taoist tradition, there's the knowledge that each organ is connected to a planet and it's drawing energy from it. In astrology, there's also this knowledge, and many other traditions and schools of thought have the knowledge of how we are connected to the cosmic energies and to other planets as well. So this thing goes way bigger if we were to look at it. And we are cosmic beings, even though we are in physical form. But going back to Earth, which is very, interesting for me to exercise now, because I tend to go cosmic all the time. Let's go back to Earth and talk again about the planetary chakras and how we relate to them. Yeah. Besides the main planetary chakras that are listed in my article that I posted in the comments, besides that, we're having some other powerful energy vortexes that are, in other places than the main planetary chakras. So one of them is here where I live in Romania, and actually Romania is part of a very important ley line that is called the planetary anahata. The planetary anahata is a ley line, and I'm going to post a video here which is explaining and is showing what the planetary anahata is and where the vortexes of it are, where the places of it are. The video is in Romanian, but you're still able to see and find out about the places, okay? And that's very important because by knowing this ley line, you are knowing, depending on where you live or where you travel, you are aware of, maybe you are in one of these vortexes and you are aware of how you're being impacted by them and how you're impacting them as well. So there you go, you have the link there. Somebody says, I only know in theory that people have 7 chakras, but I cannot feel them. The more you meditate on them, the more you'll feel them. The more you learn about them and where they're placed, the more you'll feel. And you're invited to join our full class, you know, because in each webinar, we're sharing more and more about the energy field, and you're able to learn about it if you want, because that's the main thing. You know your car, and you know your cooking machine, and you know your devices in the house, you know how to work with them. But the most important thing is to know the device that you're always using and never leaving, and that's your physical body and the energy bodies that you have. And if you don't know all the points of these devices, you'll get, surprised by what happens in your life, and you're not knowing how to handle it. But if you know your chakras and your energy systems, then you know how to handle the things that you're projecting out in your life, and it's easier for you to fine-tune what you're projecting out, because the chakras are the projectors that are making up your life and the reality that you're living in. So congrats for asking, and it's good for you to, if you want to dive deeper into this knowledge, it's useful. Gopinath, if you're not convinced about these chakras, then maybe you think you're just physical body, and that's, not so high thinking of you. You're underestimating yourself. If you think you're just physical body, you're underestimating yourself as a being. But you're also free to think that, it's a good start. And everybody is having his own experience on this planet. To make a short parenthesis, this video on Facebook, if you're just on Facebook, might go off anytime, because Facebook is sometimes limiting the live sessions. So if it goes off, feel free to follow the link and join the full webinar. Normally it's a paid webinar to join it fully, and it's on this link. I'm just going to share it here, just to make parentheses. In case it goes off and you want to watch it fully, and you want to have your recording at home, and so on and so forth. You are a divine being with chakras or without them, surely. And if you know that, that's enough. For now, you are a divine being, that's for sure. Yeah, somebody is commenting about the chakras, yes. Back to planet Earth. We're having these energy vortexes, like I said. Some of them are mainly connected with our energy, the main chakras of our body. Some of them are in other places, and they are still very, very powerful, and they are connected with each other. So energy points of the planet are connected with each other, and they form an energy grid around the planet, like a net. You can imagine it like a net around the planet that has light points in various places, that connect between them and share energy between them. And once we know where these points of the net are, we can go there and either cleanse them if they are cluttered, or enhance them, or just make a powerful energy exchange with them, so that our energy body gets transformed, and the energy body of the planet, the planetary grid, gets enhanced as well. And with Pranic festivals, actually, and all the classes that I'm doing, that's what we're doing. We're enhancing the pranic field of the planet, because we're sending rays of light up in the planetary grid, in the energy vortex that is created above the gathering, you know. What is an energy vortex? That's a good question. Somebody is asking telepathically. An energy vortex is, imagine you're opening a door above you that is a gate between worlds. It's a gate between the physical world and the energy world. Okay, just imagine that. Imagine it like a door. And through this door, more cosmic energy is coming in to the planet and to you, but also your energy through this door is being sent out in the energy grid of the planet, in the planetary matrix, and out into the cosmos to other light beings and other civilizations that do exist. I hope everybody is agreeing that other civilizations do exist, because it's obvious, and everybody's saying this in Pentagon, and everybody has come out with information about it, and it's as real as you going to the kitchen. Yeah, other civilizations do exist. So you're sending information to them through these energy gates. Yes, and they can send energy to you. So it's much more powerful than relating with nature and with the planet. It's a universal connection that we're building through such gates. And during the festivals, as we gather together and we are more, and we are meditating together on the same intention, these energy gates open more powerfully, and we're enhancing and sending light and energy and information into the planetary grid, or the crested grid, some might call it. And what it does is it stores this energy like a recording, and it sends it to the other places of the planet that are, you know, energy grids as well. And from there, all the people that are tuned into this planetary grid, basically everyone is tuned into it, but all the people that are also aware are receiving that knowledge, wisdom, and information and energy. So it's so cool to communicate through this internet. You know, we have the internet that is public and it's on your computer, and we have this internet, this connection to the planetary grid and to the cosmic energy, where you can send out information, connect it to the other points of the planet, record it in this field that is available for all of us that are tuned into it, and receive information from your colleagues that are also meditating, or from other beings that are in cosmos. So isn't that cool? And in the energy vortexes out in nature, we're receiving even more information, because there's so many cosmic beings being present there, and the fields are clearer. So it's one thing where you are in your city and it's a lot of smoke and it's a lot of clutterness and it's a lot of thought forms going around and so on and so forth, and you might not hear or receive or perceive energy so well. And it's a way different thing when you're out in nature, sometimes in high altitude, and you're tuning into, or somebody new is coming in. Okay, thank you for joining. I don't know who it is yet, but I'm sensing a powerful field. It's a different thing when you're connecting from high altitude, where there's not so many thought forms, where the energy is high, where the field is powerful and clear, and it enhances your energy field as well. And there's so many, you know, not only you're connecting with the elements, the planetary elements and the elements that your body is made of, but you're also connecting to some light beings that are corresponding to or governing these elements. So each place in nature has its own guardians, and each place in nature has its own elementals. You know, you might have heard of them. They are very powerful and they can help you, or they can detract you if you're not aligned. So you might have had the experience of going out in nature, wanting to visit a place. Maybe it was a very powerful energy place, and all of a sudden the rain starts, or clouds are gathering, or the weather goes sideways and you cannot go there. Or you all of a sudden feel tired, or you all of a sudden feel not in the mood, or you feel this or that, you know, because these places are guarded and you cannot just go there with your, you have to fine tune a little bit because before going. It's like going to a church. Yes, now Gopinath, we're focusing on energy vortexes in nature, and we are going to talk about the chakras of the energy body. Maybe we have talked about it in one of the webinars. Now we're focusing about the place in nature. So if you're interested or having questions on that, feel welcome to place them in your comments, because yes, there are confusions about the energy chakras of the human body, and there are many books, you know, with different types of informations, but now this is not our main topic. So I'm inviting everybody to focus on the main topic of the evening, the energy vortexes in nature and how we can tune with nature, and that's what I'm talking about. Forgive me for being very focused, but I'm willing to keep our energy on the subject and really build the field with it. Thank you for posting your comment. Yeah, so as we're saying, sometimes when you go out in nature, you have to prepare your field, because sometimes it's not going to be easy, depending how you're aligned with the place, and depending on how you are conscious of the light beings that are working with the place and receiving you there. And it's always good to fine tune to the field if you're a meditator, if you're aware of it, and just ask wherever you are in nature, just ask for you to be well received and for you to be helped. When you're going in nature, to be helped, to hold the field and feel what you are meant to feel and be healed. Also, you can ask for help for healing from the elements of nature and from the light beings working with that. You can ask for help and for healing. And that's working. That's really working if you are doing it consciously. And sometimes even if you don't believe in light beings, angels, elementals, anything else, you can feel that when you ask and when you set this intention, something in your energy field changes and you get enhanced, you know, even if you wouldn't believe it's possible. So that's working with nature and the beings that are in nature and the natural elements also. In the Taoist tradition, there's the concept that each organ, each internal or actually group of organs are governed by a specific element. In the yogic tradition and Tibetan tradition, there's also the belief that each chakra is governed or connected with a specific element. So if you know this knowledge, you can consciously work on your elements and connect them with the natural elements. And one element, if it's depleted, you can enhance it by working with the corresponding element in nature. So that's another way of enhancing your pranic field with nature, by being in nature, by using natural elements. There's a direct connection between the elements in your body and the elements of nature. So when you know exactly what's what, you can be very accurate, go there, fix it, and have a blast. You know. And another thing that's very important is that silence has a great impact on your energy field. So for the new ones that are joining in, I'm just gonna say that this is a webinar and it's part of the Pranic Consciousness process. The Pranic Consciousness process is a series of 8 webinars. You can watch them all by joining at the link that is placed in the description of the video. This video is gonna last for a while until Facebook interrupts it. And if you want to see it all and participate to the whole series or just this whole video, just join that link and be with us for the full length of the video and have the recording of it at home for you to watch it and repeat it every time. That's a very useful thing for you to know about your energy field and how to connect with your planet. And also ground your energy. Many people have issues with grounding now. Their high spirits come from very high realms, very cosmic spirits. I'm working energetically with many people now that are coming from star systems that are very, very powerful, but their difficulty is grounding. And I had the same issue, actually. And some of them I'm still dealing with. Like I said, I'm going cosmic a lot. And therefore, I know about grounding and the necessity to be grounded in order to do your work and to be able to hold your field, to hold your field in a harmonious way. So grounding is essential, and it's the thing that helps your body, which is a transceiver, to encompass and bring in more energy here on Earth, because that's what you came to do. How do you ground? Well, going out in nature, it would be the first and basic step of grounding. Walking barefoot is the basics of grounding. Walking barefoot on the grass, even walking backwards, because why walk backwards? That sounds weird, right? Backwards because each of your toes is connected to one of the endocrine glands. And when you walk backwards, because of the walking, your endocrine glands get activated in a specific way, and you're getting more energy. How cool is that? You didn't know that? It's so cool. So walking barefoot and backwards, yeah, it sounds strange. It's helping you a lot with enhancing your energy field and with grounding your energy and with clearing and cleansing your energy field. So whenever you feel dizzy, disharmonious, heavy, and so on and so forth, and especially when you're doing a detox, or detoxing heavy metals especially, you know, there's a clutteredness and heaviness stored in the lower parts of your body. Yeah, your lower chakras and even the physical system. If you walk out in nature and you are consciously releasing the energy through the soles of the feet, then you can, get rid of that energy and not feel cluttered anymore. I'm just going to take a moment and plug in my laptop because the battery is going off. There I go. So speaking of plugging in, even laptop needs some grounding from time to time. So that's another tool, yeah, walking barefoot, walking backwards, and allowing the energy that is not beneficial or too much or detoxing off from your body to go into the ground. That's also a Taoist method. Once you do that, and in a conscious way, it's not like you're dropping waste on the planet. You're doing consciously, and you ask Mother Earth to take over that energy, and you allow it to flow into the earth. It's a way of doing it that is conscious, that is harmonious, Once you do that consciously, you'll feel lighter. Okay, I've been rambling for an hour. I want to know if you have any questions before we move into the meditation. Are there any questions so far? Do you want to ask or add something to what I've shared so far? Do you want to share some of your experience with natural and energy vortexes? Are you satisfied? Those of you who didn't know anything, are you, did you have enough of our explanation uh, of what energy vortexes are, or do you want to know more on this? Mm-hmm. You have like 5 minutes to ask your questions, and then after the 5 minutes, we're going to move into the meditation. So think about what you want to ask or add. Yeah, people are having great comments here. Some say that out in nature, after going out in nature, they make better food choices and better choices in general. Yes, because your fields are clearer and you're more focused on your health and self-love, because that's what nature does. It takes you back to yourself, and yourself is loving and caring, and you're having more of that. How can I create energy vortexes in nature? You don't need to create anything. Everything is already created. The universe is doing a great job at creating stuff. All we need to do is connect with them. So yes, somebody is saying that essential oils are very good for grounding. Yes, I'm having 2 of them right here by my side. And I also received a gift from my dear participants to a class this weekend. So I received a new oil that I'm very much enjoying. So it's true, Juliana, and then I'm thanking you for reminding me that, because yes, essential oils come also from nature. They are the essence of the plants that are a very powerful natural element. So more on the plants I'm going to share quickly, just a beautiful insight of how we're connected to the plants actually in the plant kingdom. And the essential oils are actually the essence of the plant kingdom in a bottle, and the power of them and how they healed me and my patients also is amazing. Like, I worked with people for a long time, and with some essential oil, that thing got instantly released, because essential oils go directly in the limbic system. Memories are stored, so they release things from the cellular memory very, very quickly, emotionally, especially. So with nature, Gopinath, what I'm saying is, with nature specifically, yes, we are creators, but I want us to be clear here. So don't let your mind go sideways in this conversation. We're referring to nature. And what I'm saying is, you don't need to add anything to it. It's perfect already. Nature is perfect as it is. People have come on this planet and have thought nature is not perfect and started to change it. And that's when planet got disrupted. I'm only referring to nature when I'm saying you don't need to add anything. It's perfect already. That's what I'm saying. You can create everything you want, but nature is already a perfect creation. You can leave it as it is. Okay, am I making myself clear here? Because I'm not talking about all the things in the universe. I'm specifically talking about nature and natural vortices, and that you don't need to create anything, add anything, disrupt anything. It's already good. Actually, a whole civilization got cancelled from the planet by toying with natural vortices. And I'm reminding those of you who are from that civilization, don't think that you can mess with that again. This is no longer allowed in this stage of evolution. So I'm going beyond your comments. I'm going even further. So there have been civilizations like Atlanteans that at some point have thought that they are very powerful and wise. And oh, it's so good to create new vortexes. It's so good to play with them, enhance them, use them for devices and so on. I'm not saying that was wrong. I'm saying the way they used them was wrong. And that they forgot that the universe is the perfect creator. And only by being aligned with it, you are allowed to play in nature. Okay? I'm going to repeat that for those of you who have been in the civilization, and just it's a reminder and a healing. Universe is the perfect creator, and only when you're aligned with it, you're allowed to play with nature. Yeah, 3 times, like a mantra. Universe is the perfect creator. Only when you're aligned with that, you're allowed to play in nature. What happened in that civilization is that they forgot universal alignment, and they relied on personal wisdom, personal power, the beautiful game called free will. That's what things got disrupted. They created vortexes that weren't meant to be there. They disrupted the universe of the planetary lines and the universal rhythms, and cataclysms showed up. And that happens today also. That's why we're having these situations on this planet, because people are toying with devices that they shouldn't toy with. And sometimes even without devices, they are disrupting vortexes in nature that are not allowed to be disrupted. Planet does not have earthquakes and typhoons just because it's a natural rhythm to be so. It's having the most of them because of the unwise usage of energy and power on this planet. And this is time to change. Okay. So that has been a little bit harsh, you know, energy-wise for some of you. This has been a transmission. I'm sometimes channeling energy. I hope you got it, because it's serious and we cannot toy with that. So that's another very important thing of nature. So when we are out in nature, all we have to do is synchronize and align with what's already been created. Even with prana flow, it's the same. You don't need to draw from it. You don't need to build stuff to create new gates or do stuff, you know. You just need to align with it. And once you're aligning with it, it's very easy for you to be unlimited and autonomous in your energy flow, pranic flow. And you can, yes, you can power up your house and you can use devices without the need of fuel and so on and so forth, like ancient civilization did. And like some people are building now on the planet. Yes, you can, but only by aligning with and not disrupting the energy matrix of the planet and the universal matrix. Only that is now allowed. Everybody who attempts anything else is, you know, maybe they succeed for a while, but everybody is subjected heavily to the law of cause and effect. I'm saying heavily. So the law of cause and effect is no longer operating in time length, is operating now. So once you toy with stuff, you get toyed with. That's what my message. It's, you know, somebody asked a question, and it's a very good question about how to create vortexes out in nature. And I expanded it a little bit to many other things that I know are happening on the planet and that are not very much in alignment. And I'm giving it, I'm giving a more expanded answer for some others that are watching. Thank you for asking that. So the vortexes in nature are already created. All we need to do is to stay tuned and acknowledge them and work with them and be in a mutual beneficial sharing with these vortexes. Like people come here at the Sphinx to take energy, or they come to some specific energy vortex to take. It's not about taking. It's about being in a mutual beneficial exchange. That means that you come to these vortexes rested and well aligned and harmonious, and you are holding powerful positive thoughts and powerful positive emotions and the good attitude that you share with that place, so that what you seed into the field and that goes out to others is beneficial. That's how we work with energy vortices. If you go disrupted, that disruption get amplified also, but because an energy vortex just amplifies and heals what it finds, always in nature. That's what happens. So that was the knowledge, you know, a very quite high knowledge. I'm going to go back to basics now, and I'm going to share basic steps. Like 1, take your time daily or as often as you can. Especially if you're interested in pranic nourishment, take your time to go out in nature as much as you can. Find a park nearby. Find a park place that you like. Find some garden at least close by, and just go there at least for half an hour a day or half an hour every other day, so that your energy field gets harmonized. Second, if you can't go out daily, do a meditation daily by meditating with natural elements. And meditating with natural elements is helping you fine-tune and harmonize your field even when you're in the office. Because like Greg Beraden was sharing recently in a seminar in Bucharest, and he always says that, and the ancient traditions like Taoism always say that, our brain does not know the difference between what we imagine and what we do. So when you imagine something powerfully, like you're imagining a very beautiful place in nature, your body will react as if you are in that place. So if you really can't go out, even though you could make enough effort and go out, but if you really, really can't, just imagine and visualize and meditate upon being out in nature, and you're gonna get the benefits of it, at least to the degree of your focus. So the more focused you are, the more benefits you get. If you can't focus very well, you'll get some benefits according to your focus. But the best of the best is to go out in nature, right? Third, when you're out in nature, so I'm summing up because I'm preparing for the meditation. And those of you who want to join the meditation, please join the full webinar, because the Facebook is going to be off soon. Third thing, so first, go out in nature as often as you can. Second, if you can't go out, meditate with natural elements and visualize yourself being in a natural landscape that is beneficial for you. Third, when you're out in nature, be as conscious as you can of the things that you're sending out, and try to self-regulate, to fine-tune your mental and emotional field, so that you send out the best thoughts and emotions in that place, so that you get the best of it, you know, because nature is an enhancer, and you're enhancing everything you're sending out. And if you can't focus on anything positive or beneficial, if you're really in a bad mood, and that's why you went out, because you were in a bad mood and you wanted to get better, if you can't focus on anything positive, just pray. You don't have to pray in a religious way, you know, get on your knees or say some prayer, you know, from some religious system. It's enough for you to ask for help. That's prayer. Ask for help, and ask for to be helped to hold a harmonious field in that place, and ask for your field to be cleansed and harmonized and balanced with the energies of nature, and that will be done just by you setting intention. The intention and prayer are quite similar, and let's call it intention, just to not go into religion too much. So 3 things, simple, right? 1, go out in nature as much as you can. Don't say you don't have time, because you can find time. Time is expanding and contracting according to your thoughts. So it's no longer so rigid now. So you can work with that and find your time. And if you don't have your personal time, just go with your kids or with your spouse, or go with someone, or go out of work and take your break, not at the lunch space, but out in nature. You know, prepare your lunch from at home, or just have prana lunch and go out instead of staying in the restaurant of your workplace. And that's a time spent in nature. Second, go and connect with natural elements from your office or your home through your imagination and meditation. Third, maintain a positive attitude and good positive thoughts and intentions and emotions. And if you can't, if you're really in a bad mood, ask for you to be helped to do that. Ask for your fields to be cleansed, ask for your energy to be and your body to be harmonized, and that will be done, because nature is your mother. Yeah, that's why you call it Mother Nature, because it's your mother and it loves you and it's perfect and it will heal you if you ask for help. 3 stuff to take at home. If you have any further questions, would be nice to have them now, or comments. And if not, I'm going to go off the Facebook Live and inviting you to join the webinar if you want the meditation. And if you don't want a meditation, I'll see you next time, whenever that is. So 3 more minutes for questions. And those of you who are subscribed to the full webinar, we're going to continue on our webinar page, right? So stay tuned. We're not going off completely. Okay. And before I go off Facebook Live, I want to recommend you a beautiful, beautiful movie of a very advanced civilization that is really working well with nature. And it's a movie about our planet and how it, you know, how the other civilizations are seeing it. The movie is called The Green Beautiful. In French, it's called the La Belle Verte. La Belle Verte. In Romanian, it's called Frumoasa Verde. Frumoasa Verde. You can find it, yes? And you can benefit from it. It's a beautiful movie. I placed it on most of the Breatharian groups recently. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it to you. So I'm going to share it here. The Green Beautiful. It's about how a civilization can work harmoniously with nature and live in harmony, and how they see our planet with its disharmonies. The Green Beautiful, La Belle Verte, or in Romanian, Frumoasa Verde. Obviously, La Belle Verte, the Green Beautiful, or Frumoasa Verde, is Mother Earth, right? That's what we're referring to. And that's the name of the movie. And I'm placing also the name of the link to the webinar, so where you can join for the continuation of it and the meditation. So it's simple. You share some, or you can just write in the comments, and I'm sending you the link to the continuation of the webinar. You can do the payment after. For the rest of it, it's simple. You can do both, whatever you prefer, but the continuation of it, it's gonna go on our webinar page. So any further questions from the ones who joined? Did you like the theme of tonight? Was the information useful? Did you have a good time with us? Was everything okay? Do you have anything to clear out, add, ask, or, oh, thank you for the hearts, or comment so far? Well, in that case, If everybody is fine with everything, let's go in meditation. I invite everybody to close the eyes. And follow your breath. As much as you can, follow your breath with your attention. And imagine that you're in a light column from the center of the universe to the center of the earth. And that you're surrounded by this light column, each one in his own personal light column from the center of the universe to the center of the earth. Breathing in the light from this light column. And as you breathe in the light, the love, and the harmony that comes down from the center of the universe. And as you breathe out all the worries, tensions, concerns, and everything that no longer serves you. Breathe it out into this light column. All the worries, the tensions, the concerns that go off. They go off your body with every exhale. Breathe in again deeply. Allow the energy to harmonize your energy bodies as it is programmed to do so. Breathe out, completely freeing out everything that no longer serves you. Sending out everything that no longer serves you, out into this light. Breathing in again, you draw the energy into your system. Filling up your cells with this powerful energy coming through. And you imagine yourself being in a beautiful natural setting. Maybe you're out in nature in a beautiful private garden that you build for yourself. As you are in this light column, receiving constantly some energy, you build up your garden and you imagine it beautifully placed in the most harmonious place on earth. You imagine the elements present there, the natural setting. You imagine and seeing and visualizing how it's more harmoniously created and the flowers have the perfect colors. And maybe you have a cascade or some pond or some water source flowing by or dwelling by. And you're visualizing yourself in your best outfit or your best energy field in this beautiful power place, in this garden. And you're seeing yourself dressed in this harmonious energy that is your light column that comes from the center of the universe. And you're seeing your body opening up its cells, cell by cell by cell by cell, to these elements in nature. You feel the fresh air stroking your skin. Feel the water close by, murmuring around you. You feel the earth below your feet, nourishing your feet and the soles of your feet. You feel beautiful sun shining on you, his heat, his fire, his warmth on your skin, caressing your skin. You feel the atmosphere getting lighter and lighter around you, and your body getting lighter and lighter in this light column, releasing everything that no longer serves you. And breathing deeply, you breathe in the elements, allowing them to fine-tune your energy system and your physical body with prana, the pranic field that is available always to you, harmoniously joining you, fine-tuning you to the core of your being. Fully embody this as you breathe in deeply. And you feel a connection cable coming down from the center of the universe to your top of your head and coming down into your heart chakra. And focus on your heart now, feeling your heart chakra beaming out with love. With every inhale, you draw in more love into your heart chakra, the Christed love that flows down on us all the time. Feel free to feel it into your heart and enhance your heart field with this love, this beautiful energy of your heart chakra, getting healed and enhanced with every inhale by drawing energy from the center of the universe into your heart. You allow it to heal your field and your energy in your heart. Breathing deeply, and with every breath you draw more energy into your heart chakra. With every exhale, you allow this cosmic love energy that is mixed with your heart energy to go out into your cells, be emanated in your internal organs, be emanated into all your physical systems, and into your auric field and out into the universe. Breathe in again, deeply. Allow the energy to flow down to your abdomen area. And then, as it fine-tunes and enhances your heart chakra, it radiates out with the exhale into the cells, into the organs, into your auric field, and out into the universe. Out into the universe. Breathe in deeply. Allow it to flow down from your heart chakra to your lower centers as well. It flows down to your abdomen and to the perineum and down through each foot towards the center of the earth. And from the soles of the feet, you build connection cables that connect you to the heart of Gaia. And another cable from the perineum connects you to the heart of Gaia as well. And you are now connected to the heart of Mother Earth, the heart of the planet. You feel the heart of the planet shining in the center of the earth. It has the same frequency, the same vibration as your physical heart, of almost 8 hertz. It's been measured, but you can also feel it energetically. Stay connected to the heart of Gaia for a while and feel it. Or just feel or imagine or sense what you sense, whatever you want. Just stay there. and constantly feel the energy of the center of the earth, interchanging information with your heart through your root chakra. So basically it comes up through the soles of the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, into the root chakra and up into your heart. And from your heart, you're also sending down the energy that comes from the center of the universe into your heart chakra and down towards the center of the planet. So that's grounding your energy. And let your root chakra open and ground so that you can transceive this energy better. It goes up through it into your heart chakra, into your whole body, through the soles of the feet and your perineum connection anchor. And the energy of your heart that comes from the center of the universe comes down to your heart chakra and down to the center of the earth, the heart of Gaia. Open your system up to be the perfect transceiver for this energy that comes down. And also for the messages of Gaia that come up through your feet and through your root into your body. Ground yourself. Unite yourself in this love story that you have with Gaia by having chosen this physical body. You are in the love story with Gaia, constantly sharing love with her. Her mother love constantly nurturing you in this warm embrace while you are in her field. While you're having this physical body made of the very elements that Gaia is made of. That's such a strong connection between you and your mother. Can you feel it? Stay tuned into the heart of Gaia and connected into your heart. Feel the energy of your heart pulsating out stronger with this connection. You are meant to be here and you are invited to bring the best of you to the energy grid of Gaia and to her heart. Bring the best of you. And you are connected also even deeper as you go more conscious into it. You can feel or sense maybe the other civilizations that are dwelling here. That some might call the inner earth civilizations. And some are so connected with them that are getting messages and constant contact. And some are not so frequently connected. And sometimes they're forgetting and imagining that on this planet it's only us. But as you go deeper, you feel or sense that there's more. And we invite you to stay tuned to the inner earth so that you are in this connection and you are held and supported by other beings that are here too, having shared their wisdom and power on earth before and having withdrawn maybe in more subtle realms towards the center of the earth where the environment is safer. And those of you who can fine tune, feel the energy and the love and the knowledge and the wisdom that are willing to share with us so that we as civilization can evolve. And know that some of them are the gatekeepers of the energy vortexes that we dwell to and that we visit. And most of them know how to use these energy vortexes to commune with us, come back on earth and come back to their realms as well. And we can also know and sense how to come to them through these portals that are open for those who are ready. That's also connecting with Earth, knowing its other elements and civilizations that dwell here, that are part of Earth's nature and are available for communication. And those of you who are conscious can go deeper and maybe stay tuned to receive a message from those who are ready to share with you in this beautiful, powerful communication. Just feel how it is to feel connected with these ones. Having a beautiful sharing with them, and we ask that only the beings of the purest light and love can commune and connect with us energetically and telepathically now. Only the beings of the purest light and love can connect with us energetically and telepathically. With us now, we set filters and we ask that only the beings of the purest light and love can connect with us energetically and telepathically. And we wait, some of you that have a message to receive from the inner earth or elemental civilizations, to stay tuned and receive it as I know you can, as they're beaming in here for you. Those of you who heard of Telos, the inner cities, those of you who heard of the Atlanteans going in the subtle realms know what I'm talking about. Those of you who heard of the Lemurians and those who have been before, and the Agartha people, the wise ones who know to harness energy and to live in harmony with this planet to the degree that they can live in any space, having built their powerful systems. Autonomous and harmoniously fueled in a very advanced and beautiful way. Allow for this contact to happen now. And even if you don't perceive much of it now, you can ask for you to be instructed in the dream time, when your mind is more ready to surrender and receive information at the soul level. And as I am one of them, I invite you to tune in deeper with us and more often to know the wisdom that we're sharing here on earth. And there's a language coming through that you might not know, but you might remember. I'm gonna share with you now, as you got used to it during my sharings. Ken haramai gelalanar manham, kedahamayen get marlarem makar, et elere megedam, Omananalea ramara nengenanate en orha. Kashanalaramom nenegetelemom. Elrana can amoradea. Elalaram kede e per afo alaranemia. Con la ramontar e che le reme che ne mamhar e le remandar e la rananea mogele venharanum a. And as you're still connected from above and below to the center of the universe and the center of the earth, and you have to tune to its subtle civilizations that are available for you now. You are invited to come back into your body and back into your heart, first of all. And from your heart, you stay present in your body to the soles of your feet. Your presence in your toes and soles of your feet and the ankles and the calves and the knees and the thighs. You are present in your hips, present in your belly, present in your heart, present in your arms and chest and neck, present in your face and your head, and fully present in your whole body. And you're fully present with your presence in all the areas of your body, like a hand within a glove. Your light body is present in your physical body. And you are back here now, fully present in your room and in front of your laptop or phone or whatever you're using. And what I want to say for the new ones watching and the new ones who have joined this class, well, what you have, first of all, what you have heard is a language that I'm speaking in other realms and that I'm transmissioning sometimes for those of you who are, you know, in my classes, and it just comes through and my mind does not have a translation for what I'm saying, which is weird. Some people have translated it though. Some said that comes from the Orion system, you know. It's many theories about languages like this. What I know is that usually it heals and recalibrates your fields. So if you felt something during this transmission, please share with me what you felt. Those of you who are new, as I was saying, to the workshop, you can use the comments that you have on YouTube, if you're on YouTube. You can use the comments to share with me. So the comments, if you're watching on laptop, are to the right of your screen. That's the comment area where you can add your messages or whatever you want to share. And if you're watching on your iPhone, you can use the comments area, but it's way down, so you just have to scroll and scroll and scroll below the whole thing. And that's the comment area where you can post your comments. And I'm really curious because now I'm only with the people that are from my workshop. I'm really curious what you felt, if any, during the energy transmission, during the talking that I just did, which was like, you know, totally new to some of you, and somebody have heard this language before as you've been with me in other classes. So if you felt anything, I'm really interested to know what was it that you felt. And also, before I close the webinar, which is pretty soon in about 10 minutes, I want to share with you that there are other civilizations living in the core of the earth. Those of you who don't know anything about this, I invite you to read Radu Sinamar books. He is sharing more on this, and one of his books is called The Core of the Earth, În interiorul Pământului, for those of you who watch in Romanian. I think that's the name in Romania. anyway, something with interiorul pământului, the center of the earth, right? You just look it up and look up the author, Radu Chinamar. Okay, his name is in the comments here on YouTube. Look up for that book. It will open your horizons about your planet in ways that you couldn't have imagined before, if you, of course, if you don't know anything about it. If you know something about it, it will give you more information. And that's the civilizations that have connected with us now and wanted to be with us in this meditation, as I'm working a lot with them, as well as extraterrestrial civilizations. But please know that many ships that we see, especially those coming in and out through the North Pole, as you've heard that some ships are coming in and out through the North Pole and have been seen, many ships that we see that are identified as UFOs are actually ships of the ones living in the inner Earth. So there's much more to know about this, and there's much more to connect with this specific civilization. So just, you know, make your own research, have your own beliefs, whatever you want to believe is true. But I'm knowing that they exist and I'm communing with them. So basically, to me, this is the truth. It might be far-stretched to some of you, but I really know that the people who are joining my workshops are ready for this. So that's why I'm sharing it. And that's some of the language that you've heard probably now. Another important thing is that we have a new class in Bucharest soon. It's the opening conference is on December 22nd, right for the solstice, the winter solstice, which is a very powerful moment, and right before the Christmas celebration, right? So the opening conference is in Bucharest on December 22nd, and the class is December 23rd, right before Christmas Eve. How powerful is that? The subject of the class is pranic nourishment and amplifying the light body. So you can look it up on the internet. I'm sharing the link to the conference now, and in the body of the conference you can also see and watch the class and learn about the class. Come, all the people that have joined this webinar. I mean, the ones who are subscribed to the Pranic Consciousness Process, and all the people that have participated to the class before, those of you who participated in Bucegi, in Bușteni, or in other places, have a 50% discount. So if you've been to the class before, you have a 50% discount. Yes, and it's my invitation to you to join, because it's a powerful moment of Christmas preparation. It's a powerful class of how to build the light body, and the link here in the comments will help you, you know, to subscribe and participate to the class. So feel free to click on the link, find more information. The conference is very affordable. The class is affordable too, and those of you who are joining here are benefiting from the discount. So I'm looking forward to meeting you in person in Bucharest soon on December 22nd and 23rd, right? On Christmas Eve preparations, so that we prepare our energy body fully for this Christmas, and not just the dinner for Christmas, but also the energy body for the cosmic dinner that we receive, right? That's why we have this class. And yeah, that's about it for tonight. If you have no questions and no comments, or if you don't know how to use, some of you I feel don't know how to use the comments on YouTube, and that's very normal. It's the first time you're in this type of webinar. So if you have any comments, you can write to me on Facebook, right? in a private message, and you can share what you felt during the meditation, because I know some of you want to share with me but don't know how to use the YouTube comments, especially those of you who are new to this technology of live webinars. So blessings to all. I hope you got back to ground, back to earth again, back grounded. And I hope you enjoyed this this class just as much as I enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to see you next Thursday, which is basically the last webinar of this series. And it's about how sound, mantra, and music can enhance and expand your energy body. So that's what we're sharing the next Thursday at 8 p.m. Bucharest time. And yes, so to sum it up for all of you also on Facebook, because maybe you haven't heard this, we're pretty much ending and sending blessings. And those of you who haven't been to the meditation, yes, we have this beautiful, beautiful class in Bucharest. On December 22nd, we have the introductory conference. And on December 23rd, we have the class of how to amplify your light body and how to use pranic nourishment for that. So feel free to join this class, and it's going to be a blast because it's right before Christmas and we're having beautiful time together, beautiful meditations. It's mostly all practice. So we're going to practice a lot and we're going to have a lot of fun in the process. So the way to join it is to go to the link that I posted in the comments and see about the conference and when it starts. It starts on December 22nd at 5 p.m. It's a Saturday. And then in the body of the presentation of the conference, you have also the class. And you can join that also and find details about it. And I guarantee that is way better than the Christmas dinner. I'm going to feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner the energy way during the class and during the conference as well. So you have both of the links in the comments so that you can access them and see if you feel called to join and have a blast with us before Christmas. And also stay tuned, because on Christmas we're going to have an online meditation as well. One of the Christmas day. I don't know which yet. I'm going to wait for my guidance in that. But if you're in Bucharest or around, or if you can book a flight and come, don't miss it. I'm not saying because I hold the class. I'm saying because there's a full a full team of light beings holding this, and it's going to be a blast, and you might want to be there. Feel free to tune into yourself and feel how you feel about it. And hope to see you there December 22nd of the solstice and December 23rd for the Christmas Eve. How to amplify your light body, yeah, and pranic nourishment. Until then, blessings to all, and hope you had fun with this webinar. Bye.